hearing it's fast and firm. Fast and firm at Gulfstream Park. And I said next week here, that'll be me. Crisp, burnt to a crisp, 100 degrees and 115 with a heat index.
Oh, yeah. I see you're in the shade. It looks like you got some covering in there, Sean.
Yeah. I got the pool behind me. So,
Oh, boy. That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's not too bad here.
Not bad at all, buddy.
$100 million gets you pretty far these days, I guess.
I guess it does, huh?
Man,
that's
so.
Great. Hey,
so
good job, bless.
I looked at this. So we're welcome back to Let Him Run here, and we're looking at Gulfstream Park. And as I put the story up, obviously we crushed it last week, or you crushed it. And did really well and try to keep momentum. And basically, these young riders are trying to catch Edgar Zayas, who is constantly, involved in some of these picks that you keep looking at, here from race 7 to race 11. Is that basically Zayas is ruined this meet so far, right?
Yeah, well, he's the go-to rider for most of your trainers there. Safi Joseph Jr., who is a big-time trainer, obviously at Gulfstream, but also trains and puts horses all over the country and wins quite a bit. But Zayas is usually his go-to rider. But now there's two hot apprentices, Luis Fuenmayor and Yellow Torres, are both lighting it up. They're still in their apprentice, so they get a weight allowance, which sometimes can make a difference. Sometimes it really doesn't make a big difference, but they're just good riders. Let's just put it that way. Every good rider started somewhere. They had to have a start. They had to get a shot. It looks like because they're riding well, their agents are getting more mounts for them through the trainers that they're with. And that's how it goes. As soon as you start getting good, the riders will, the rides will come. The rides will come. And that's what's happening to these two guys. They've had a couple winners for us last week. Again, Edgar Zayas, you can never, you really don't want to ever leave him out of the mix. He is the go-to rider down there. And now during the Royal Palm meet, which ends on June 29th, some of the other riders that are typically down there, whether it's Tyler Gaffaleone or Irad and Jose Ortiz, all those guys, they're up at Belmont or at Aqueduct, Belmont at the Aqueduct now, as Belmont is still undergoing the renovations, which should be an amazing structure and a place to go and watch horse racing when it's all done. They're really doing a good job with that place, Sean. Absolutely.
So one more week left of Gulfstream, and then there's a break, obviously, and then we'll be at Saratoga. So race 7, 405 today starts off with a $12 claiming race, 6 furlong.
Not quite.
Really $62.50, but it's if you offer $12, I think maybe some of these horses they might take that. For some of them, 6 furlongs on the dirt. Look, there's some interesting horses in this race. I know watching the other day, Noble Dreamer is your pick here. It was 9-2, and more realistic, drops back to a more realistic level, draws the rail, which is hitting at 27% here, which is good news. I know Zayas is on Patty's Having Fun, and then you have Red Hot Spark. Just how did you break this race down?
Well, it's 6 furlongs, as you mentioned, on the dirt. All these horses have been running, trying to win, and this is the lowest claiming level, so any win would be a good win, obviously, for these horses. And if you look through the past performance, it's interesting. A lot of these horses have faced each other before. When you look and you see in the bold print, this horse raced against that horse. They've all kind of faced each other. They're like kind of friends going against each other and see which one of them's going to win. And you did mention that the rail at 6 furlongs on the dirt at Gulfstream Park does hit at 27%, which is pretty good. And I do like the number 1 horse, Noble Dreamer, a 9-2 morning line. That's a great morning line. I like that morning line. I hope it stays somewhere near. Again, Yelbert Torres is jumping on, getting a little bit of a weight allowance. Also had a weight allowance last time with apprentice jockey Chris Elliott, son of the very well-known in Philadelphia area, Stuart Elliott. Obviously, his son's been riding really well. His son rides a lot of places. He'll come to Gulfstream Park. He'll go to Churchill Downs. He gets a lot of rides. He's going to be good. Well, he is a good rider. He's going to continue to get good mounts. So I like this horse. If you look at the race 2 back, it was at this level, like you mentioned. He went up to a different, higher level, claiming 12.5 last time. Didn't really run very well. Chris Elliott didn't really make him run too hard. Once he knew he was kind of out of the race, he just kind of went around. He had a little bit of a hop at the break, if you look at the replay. So he didn't really push him too well. Two races back at this level at Gulfstream Park, 6.5 furlongs, a little bit longer. This is a little shorter, 6 furlongs. I think this horse has a big chance to run him down again. He's going to have to deal with, again, you mentioned the number 2, Patty's having fun. I don't understand how Zayas gets a morning line of 6-1, but he's 6-1, so that's definitely not a bad number to get Edgar Zayas on a horse. And this horse 3 back kind of, was up there with the leaders, was kind of right up front and won with Louis Zayas on him. So he's got some good jockeys on that have been riding on him. And with Zayas aboard for trainer Ronald Cockcoy, 6-1 is a pretty good number. I mean, the favorite, in this race, if you're looking for the favorite, there's a field of 8 here. There were no scratches. The morning line,
good betting race.
Yeah. The morning line favorite is the number 7. It's only words with Morelos on him. And again, another good jockey. His last race looks really good. He might be the speed of the speed. He kind of likes this distance. He's raced at this distance 7 times, came in first 3 times, came in second 3 times. So, you can't leave that. He won by 9 lengths last time. And he might have a little bit of a bounce here. I mean, it's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's why, I didn't have any of our top picks, or it wasn't my top pick. My top pick is on the rail, Noble Dreamer. I think with this jockey, Yalmar Torres on him, he could get a good run. So that's how I looked at the race, Sean. The number 6, Red Hot Spark, looking to win 2 in a row. Our other apprentice jockey, Luis Fuenmayor, is on this horse, and he's staying aboard for trainer Miller. So good betting race, like you said. I mean, that the number 7 horse is going to get a lot of play for sure at 8-5 morning line. Post time is probably going to be that or better, but good way to start the sequence here. Race 7, Sean.
Special guest here, special guest handicapper.
My man, what's up?
Hi.
How you doing, bud?
Some horses. All right, we're going to sit here and listen to what we say and then pick some horses. All right.
Worked out good last time.
I know these guys. I know LJ was pretty good. Race 8. One of the I saw King Oro, one of the horses that King Doro. There's 7 horses in the race. The 7 horse actually scratched here.
Yeah. Yep.
So one of the contenders that you had, the man up front. Interesting as we sit here watching the Club World Cup and seeing the man up front score a lot of goals. By the way, this is race 8, 436, 1 mile on turf, optional claiming 25,000. The man up front 9-2 and Rotterdam at 8-5. The Club World Cup, that's right. Ran a strong front running effort last out and gets Vasquez again. Should be the controlling speed in the field that lacks early punch.
Yeah, Vasquez was on fire yesterday. He won a lot of races yesterday, and he stays on this horse again. I think this horse clearly is going to be the speed of the speed with the scratch of one of our contenders, the number 7, King Duro, puts this horse a little bit closer to the rail, gives him a little bit more of an edge. So I think that's a good deal to get him to the lead. He's got the best early pace speed, U.S. time form speed figure of 113. That's the best in the field. He also is what's called an E8. We've talked often about what Brisnet is. I love Brisnet. He is the speed of the speed by them. E is early. I mean, he wants to be up front. He's going to get the lead. He wants to keep the lead. Vasquez, again, knows the horse well. He's got some really good buyer speed figures. The last 3 times out, his buyer speed figures look really well. So, the number 3 horse, Rotterdam, Zayas again on that horse. He's always got to give him a chance. They win a lot of races together with the trainer, D'Angelo. And, last 2 times he raced at Churchill, Keeneland. So, he's racing against some pretty good competition down there. And that's good. I see Mike's checking in with us. So you're going to get winners. So, you got to pay the rent and buy some groceries.
Pay the rent and buy some groceries today. So
we'll see what we can do for you. Another morning line favorite of 8-5, just like the previous race, the morning line favorite was 8-5. I like the number 9-2 on the 8, 9-2 morning line on the man up front. So that's the horse. I also threw in when we lost one of our contenders, King Duro, the number 6, Dear Dad. That would have been a good horse to bet last week on Father's Day on Sunday if he was racing. But Dear Dad, you got the Gonzalez on, ran a really nice race last time out, put up an 87 Beyer, didn't win at this distance on turf, but he's always around. He's always going to give you a good run. So at 9-5, you got a 9-5 and you got an 8-5 in this race. So doesn't mean there isn't value. It just means that those horses are going to run a good race. But again, our top pick there is the number 8, the man up front. I hope he is up front. I hope he stays up front, and that would be a good deal for us, Sean.
And Mike, if you need a bet to pay the groceries, I'm big watching the Club World Cup here. I will go with Fluminense at 6:00 over Ulsan Hyundai -175. Maybe you get them -1, in the Asian handicap. And River Plate against Monterrey in the late match. River Plate decent money at +110, basically a little bit more than even money.
Well, Sean, you are the number one football handicapper in the country. Is that correct?
That is correct. I don't know
how. Take his advice. I would definitely heed his advice.
I don't know how much longer I could keep that thing. I guess maybe till the World Cup. When we have this new competition, but I'm keeping it for now.
All right, cool.
Race 9 is the post time is 5:08. It's a weird distance, 1 mile and 70 yards, synthetic claving, $10,000. We have all 10 horses in as of now.
Yeah, big field. Big field. 10.
Yeah. Your top pick, Lord of War, Brisnet Pine Power Play. And then you looked at a couple of 10-1 horses, Cosmic Speculation and Quencio. Cosmic Speculation, the 2, and Quencio, the 5. Actually, pretty even, pretty good odds. Another good betting race here. A lot of decent prices here.
Yeah, with a big field like this, and the morning line favorite being the horse I like, which again, when I do these, I think we say this all the time. I print out these past performances on Monday, work through them without the odds. I don't know what the odds are. So when I pick these horses, I just base it on what I see, what I'm looking at, whether it includes the Beyer speed figure, whether it includes some information from Brisnet, which I value that very much. But I fell in the number 4, Lord of War. Morales is on this horse. Ridden him before. Actually, last time out, he rode him in a claiming $10,000 race, or $10,000 claiming race. Raced against some good horses. A lot of what we call key races. Key races were the last 2 races. A couple of the horses that beat this horse came back to win again. So he was in with good company. He might be the speed of the speed if he gets a good break like he did 4 back when he raced at Gulfstream Park on synthetic at 1 mile and 16th. Put up a nice 78 Beyer speed figure. That would do really well here. I think with Jockey Morales on him, he's certainly going to go to the front. That's what he does. He certainly is kind of like a Louis Zayas jockey. When Louis Zayas gets on a horse, if he has any chance, if the horse has any speed, he's going to take him right to the front. And that horse does have speed. I mean, he hasn't shown speed last race. I don't think that was his best race, but the race, like I said, 4 back could do a lot of damage here from the 4 slot. The other, again, prices, the 10-1, Cosmic Speculation. I'm speculating this horse has a good chance to hit the board, especially with Zayas on him, and especially at 10-1. When do you see Zayas at 10-1? The horse won last time with Zayas on him. The only caveat with this is he's stretching out. Last 2 races were at 5.5 and 5 furlongs on synthetic. 3 races back, it was 1 mile 70. At this level, he did nothing. But I kind of think Zayas riding this horse the last 2 times at 5.5 and 5 furlongs, I think it's going to give him a big chance to get to the front. And Zayas knows how to dole out fractions. So at 10-1, I think that's why he is 10-1, just because he's stretching out, hasn't done very well at this distance. He's raced at this distance 5 times and came in second just once. But Zayas getting on this horse 2 times in a row, and then also looking to stretch out, I think he's got a good chance to get to the front. Hopefully he can hang on. if any jockey can do that, Zayas is going to be the guy to do it. And the number 5 horse, Quincio, 10-1. He was big balloons last time out. He won at the odds of like 30-1. I'm sorry, my bad. Quincio won last time out. His odds were, I think, bigger than that. His he paid 117-1. He paid $234 to win. If you had him with Yabra Torres on. So like I said, he's riding him again. He's ridden him the 4th time. This is the 4th time on him. And that's the first time he tried synthetic the last time out. He looked like he owned synthetic, basically the way he ran. And again, Torres on him, 10-1. Has a big chance at 10-1. So I would definitely keep him in the mix too. But my number 1 pick is the number 4, Lord of War. Let's see what happens there.
Race 10, 539, 6 furlongs, dirt, optional claiming. We have another scratch in this race. The 6 horse, the not so great Gatsby, which is also one of your contenders here. Top pick, Centro Delantero. It's a long name.
Centro Delantero, yes.
Delantero with another value pick underneath. It's 15-1 Secret Empire. I know you probably maybe looked at another horse after the scratch. Where is Centro Delantano the clear pick here?
Well, for me, I like this horse. I mean, I wish that Gatsby did not scratch, not because of the fact that we picked him, but he also was a speed horse, and I think that is where I landed on the 5, Centro Delantero at 7-2. The race flow really works for this horse. Jockey Marco Meneses doesn't get a lot of mounts, but he is a good jockey, and he rode this horse last time out. The last time out, or the last 2 times out, he hopped, he broke, he got bumped around. So they put blinkers on him. Good decision. Good decision by trainer Amador Sanchez, right? You put blinkers on and focus him a little more, get a sharp break. He's not going to be a lead. He's not a front runner, but there's a lot of speed signed on. Like I said, we lost 1 speed horse, but there's still plenty of other speed in the race. And I think that sets up well for our pick, the top pick, the number 4, Lord of, Centro Delantero. That is a tough name to say. The contender is number 1, Secret Empire, 15-1, back to dirt after a synthetic experiment. The last time out, I think, was just I guess they wanted to try synthetic to see what he did. If you look at the race 2 back, 6.5 furlongs, he was the speed of the speed, cut out some nice fractions to go to the front and hang on for the win. So this is a little shorter. It's back to dirt. He's on the rail. Again, 27% the rail wins at 6 furlongs on dirt. So I think this horse has a very, very big shot at very big odds at 15-1. I would not leave him out. Of course, go back to the number 3 horse as I looked at the race after we lost our Gatsby pick, the great Gatsby. I just said not so great. I like this number 3 horse with Reyes on him. He, again, could be a horse that could find not the lead, but be up with the front runners and have a chance to close into him late at a price of 6-1. So those horses look good. I think the 2 closers, Centro Delantero and probably Arrogancy, will probably fighting to close out this race at the end into the speed. So we'll see what happens. I really think the number 1, Secret Empire, is going to be the horse that they're going to have to close into. And if he gets out and gets a good run with Gonzalez on him. So we'll see how that goes. He could steal it.
All right. And then the final race of the pick 5, the late pick 5, as it is race 11, 6:10 Eastern time, 1 1/16 miles on turf. This is 17,500 claiming race. We have 1 scratch, the 4 attending, which was your top pick.
Yeah.
So we have to make a little switch here. Your contenders were Tinta Roja, swapping barns lately, and Country Economics. Is that still how the race plays out, or is there maybe another? Maybe is there Chill Bean in there, or like maybe a Not Guilty? One of these cool names, Country.
Yeah, Yes. We're going to get to Not Guilty because I like that horse. But the number 5, Tinta Roja, I think now becomes the favorite. I think with the loss of our top pick, attending. Attending was a horse that, finally I picked Zayas on top of my top pick, and he gets scratched. First time in the sequence that I use Zayas as a top pick, and he gets scratched. But with that being said, the number 5 Tinta Roja has one of our favorite apprentice jockeys, Luis Fuenmayor, on that horse. And I think this horse, again, been ping-ponging back and forth between Victor Barboza and Bo Chapman. He's back in Chapman's barn now. So I think this horse is ready to run again. And morning line 3-1, probably going to get bet down with the loss of the number 4. And also the other horse I like, as you mentioned, the number 9, Country Economics, 10-1. He's running at the same level that he ran last time out. And that's the first time this horse, she tried Gulfstream Park turf. She really liked it. I mean, if you look at her race, if you watch that race, she got out nicely. The jockey, Farah, who doesn't get a lot of mounts here, got this horse to the lead. And the first time she was here at Gulfstream Park, loved the turf at Gulfstream Park. She came in from Tampa. That was her first try at Gulfstream Park. I think her second try is going to be even better. So at 10-1, that's a horse you definitely want to kind of consider in your bets for sure. Because, again, back on Gulfstream Park turf for the second time, looked really good. And, again, not guilty is one of our other picks, the number 6, with another apprentice jockey on one of our guys we talked about, Yaibar Torres, riding this horse again. I think this horse has a really good shot to get out. If the number 9 horse, Country Economics, doesn't get to the lead, this horse, not guilty with Torres on him, has a chance to get to the lead. Last 5 or 6 races were on synthetic, so he's trying turf again. He tried it probably maybe 10 races back. He tried turf again for the first time. He's been on turf just once. But his turf Tomlinsons for distance and his turf pedigree are really high, the highest in the field, 318 for turf. Tomlinson is breeding, and 357 for the distance. So I don't think stretching out is going to be a problem for this horse, even though his last races were all on synthetic and all short. They were sprints. This is definitely a big-time route race. But I think his pedigree and the Tomlinson that says the distance, he can get this race. And Torres is getting on him, so he's getting a little bit of a weight break too. That's going to help him get up there pretty good too. So keep an eye on these apprentice jockeys. They're going to do something good. Another thing that's kind of cool, if you watch these races, Sean, when a horse scratches, these outriders have to hop up on a ladder or whatever and take the numbers out and move them over. Gulfstream may be the first, if not the only track in the country that has electronic starting gate with the numbers. They change them electronically. So it's cool. Wow. If a horse scratches, they just boom, pop it in. So if you watch the races on TV, whatever channel you decide to watch them on, you're going to see that it's pretty cool. I think they've been doing it for maybe a week now. I think they started it last week. I think you're going to see, probably if it goes well, a lot of tracks are going to do it, because it just makes life so much easier for everybody, right?
Yeah, that's right. We got really Ashley. The stream today was an absolute blast. So much fun and killer energy. All right. Thank you for watching that. Yeah, we're up on different streams now. I don't know if you noticed, but we're up on Kick and some different places. So you can find us Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick now. So we'll see if we can start to get these different things and different content for them as well, for social media and whatnot. So
awesome, Sean. Good stuff, buddy.
You just want to quickly talk about last week and just how well we did? Or
last week was probably one of our best weeks. 2 of our top picks came in first, and 2 of our contenders came in first. So we locked in the first place finishers in all 4 out of the 5 races. The race that we lost out on, our top pick got scratched and one of our contenders got scratched. So we kind of bounced around and picked up a couple of picks, and the best we had in that sequence was second. Particularly the last race, race 11, our horse paid, I think, almost $11 for the win as a top pick. That was a big one. So we're hoping for more of that today. I think we got some good picks for you guys to use. Again, continue to watch us and continue to like and subscribe, and be sure to check us out on X. I usually post some updates on X when the races begin. So good luck to everybody out there, and let them run, baby.
Yeah, definitely. If you watch the show and you're looking for updates, make sure you're following the Twitter account or the X account, because things change all the time.
Sure.
Scratches happen and whatnot, but
And
there's
the
news.
article in Florida Sports Talk, right?
Yes, exactly. Follow us on the socials, but yeah, definitely, make sure you're reading the stories, because you're getting more up to date information than you're getting sometimes uh, from obviously from Thursdays. Uh, One Horse Wonders, and then we post the story. With that, you can watch that One Horse Wonders usually in the story, and then obviously late breaking news will be on the X account, where you can jump on and see if there's anything going on there. So,
Absolutely,
we,
Sean.
we try to get you covered on all the bases. So, all right,
And we do, Sean. We do cover a lot of the bases.
that's correct. A lot of the bases. We even talk about soccer every once in a while and give you some soccer picks. So we're all over the place. All right. So
All
make
right,
sure
Sean. Thanks again for setting this up. Looks good over there. I hope you stay cool. Jump in that pool a little bit later.
Yeah, definitely. And make sure you tune in again on Thursday night as we do One Horse Runners for next week, and read the recap on Monday.
All
All
right,
right.
brother. Thanks, Sean.
Have a good day. Yep.